Podcast, and we're live here at Willie's Tropical Tattoo.
Excuse me.
We're live TV.
We're trying to shoot a promo here. Give us a minute. Okay?
All right. Okay. All right. We'll go back live. Jason Hallman, Cycle Source Magazine, host of the Garageville Podcast, and we're here live at Willie's, live television. Anything can happen. We got about another hour, and this place is going to be absolutely filled. We will not be able to put another human being or another motorcycle in here because this is the biggest show in Bike Week on US 1 at Willie's Tropical Tattoo, and this is all for a good cause, so make sure you get down here. Lots of people. It's a hot day. It's going to be beautiful, not a cloud in the sky, and we got some good shit going on down here, and you need to get down here and take a look at it. We need to find somebody. We'll interview somebody. Let this young man park his bike, and then we'll get him. We'll get an audience with him. And if you're watching live on Facebook right now, make sure you put your comments up because we will answer those questions for you. Chris is working in the Source Media mobile unit, monitoring all of your questions, all of your comments. And I'm waiting for this bike to get parked so I can talk to this gentleman. This is a badass bike. We got people checking in from Durango, Illinois, all the way from Italy and Australia. People that can't make it around here to the great state of Florida to check out these badass motorcycles. See if we can pan over here to this one. I'm a sucker for prism tanks and pan heads. We're gonna see if we can get talk to the owner of this bike real quick. Looks like the crew from Bling Cycles is rolling in. I see Johnny 99, Johnny Humphreys. There we go. Backing it in. Like I said, this place is going to be hopping. We're going to fill it up real fast. Some really kick-ass machines pulling in right now. Take a look at the bikes. I see Xavier Muriel coming in from Providence Cycle Works on Lizzie. I don't know what's hotter, the bikes or the weather. Start panning in. Hey man, how are you?
Good, what's happening?
Well, what's happening is I'm looking at your amazing motorcycle again. You won an award a couple days ago.
Yeah, I did at the Cycle Source show. Yeah, it's a 1950 Panhead, man. Cut a little unique. It's got a 15-inch rear wheel and a 19-inch rear front. Those are my wheels. And I started with a Harley Davidson motor, tranny, and frame, and modified it.
That having a 15-inch rear wheel, that's for some real throwback stuff. That was stuff that was done in the 70s. Where'd you find a tire?
Right. So, the tire wasn't as hard as you'd think to find, yeah, you don't really see too much of that anymore.
Yeah, it's a true long bike too. Is that a Denver's front end?
It is a Denver's front end, yeah.
How many over?
It's like 20 over.
All right, we're gonna move around here, move around the cabin. Thanks, man. Good to talk to you.
Just shoot the bike.
Yeah, we gotta let them do their
It's level.
So we can make it through the crowd here. We're gonna go over and look at this bike built by Rick Bray out of Fresno, California. Down here on the end with the polished frame. Go stand right over there and shoot it this way, and I'll get Rick over here. He's going to get his hat.
Bike's in. Got it? Yeah. All set. You ride it? Yeah. Phil wanted it.
This is Johnny 99 Custom Cycles, right? Johnny Humphreys. Yep. It's a little warmer here than where it is where you live.
I'm in Pennsylvania, actually Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and they have a warm week there right now, but when I left it was 37, 38 degrees, snow on the ground, so this is much better.
Fantastic turnout, a little less windy than it was last week, so everything's looking pretty good. You brought, which bike did you bring down?
I brought a bike that I built about 9 years ago for the Horse magazine. I called it the 99 bike. It's never been to Daytona or really anywhere else, and it's been sitting in the garage for a few years, so I dusted that one off and brought it down.
Blow the cobwebs out of it and let the oil circulate around.
Just so everyone knows, I think there'll be a for sale sign on it down here too. So.
Oh, so if you came with,
they can get a hold of me.
If you came, oh, so he has the title with him.
Title's on hand. It is on hand.
It's sad when we got to sell the project to fund the next one and fund the next one and fund the next one, right? We never get to keep our stuff.
No.
It's either not done or when it's done, it has to go away.
Yeah, because if it stays, it's like, oh, maybe I should change this on it. And I'm like, I built that already. I don't want to just keep going a circle on it. So no.
Yeah, you don't want to be your own cover band.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So.
Cool, man. Well, you guys rolled in like 4 or 5 deep. I saw a couple of Bling's bikes coming in with you. You came in with Xavier. I'm going to get him over here and get him.
And also Rick RKB came with.
Yeah, Rick Bray from Fresno, California. I want to talk to him about this amazing thing back here.
It's a pretty deep crowd with us. Good
You didn't hear it. Xavier, it's a little warmer here than what it was 2 weeks ago in Austin when you had frozen pipes in the shop.
Yeah, I decided that at that point I was going to stop building choppers, stop playing drums, and start doing snowmobiles. Yeah.
Well, that would be a good fit. It's the first time in your lifetime that you had that much snow in your hometown.
Snow and ice. I don't think anybody's ever seen that. And it literally, it was really kind of crazy, almost like Armageddonish. It literally shut the entire state down. So it was good, though. It was, it was good.
Plenty of opportunity for reflection in that week and taking stock in what you're doing. You built a bike for the High Seas Rally, which I have the pleasure of going to be attending that. Yeah. That's from October 22nd to the 29th.
Correct.
Coming out of Port Canaveral, 4 ports, 7 days, 3,000 bikers. I'm hoping there'll be some tomfoolery and some.
I mean, listen, I got 2 words for that: belly flop and Bud Light.
There you go. Those 2 things probably will be. It'll probably be Bud Light first, then the belly flop.
Yeah, all day long.
So your High Seas Rally bike, actually, you took home some hardware already.
Yeah, we're a blessed company, both of us, all of us there that day. We had such an amazing turnout of motorcycles, and I mean, the fact that it got done and it was there.
Right.
Oh my God! And then
a few frantic phone calls, a few frantic text messages,
and they always started with, "Jason, I need a favor. Jason, I need a favor." And you got to the point where you just started going, "Hello, yes."
My favorite text that I got from you is, "Are you at the shop?" I'm like, Saturday night, 8:30. I know where X is at right now.
Yeah, so we entered it the other day with the Cycle Source Chopper Show, bike show, and she took home Best Big Twin.
That's good, man. Congratulations.
Awesome, yeah.
You remember that time we went and did that thing and nothing happened?
Yes.
Neither do I. Hey, man, thank you for taking a minute and stopping and talking. You rode Lizzie out here today.
Always, always.
So make your way around.
Metal.
All right, have a good day.
Let me get around. Let me go that way.
All right. This to me is the machine of the day that I want to talk to Mr. Rick Bray from Fresno, California. Go ahead, man. Hop through there. Good to see you. Evo powered. Everything on this thing is hand built. Rick has got an amazing eye for style. And he came all the way from California just to go to a couple of shows. He's here for about 4 days. And we're trying to get him over here when he's done registering so you can kind of tell us a little bit about it. But if you look at his craftsmanship and his eye for design and what he does, he's definitely using a modicum of factory parts that are all highly modified and all fantastic looking stuff. It's really, really, really high quality builds. Rick Bray builds his own wheels, builds his own frame, builds his own handlebars, pipes. All the hardware that goes into his motorcycle is built. And I've been a fan of his for a lot of years, and this is the first time I've actually had a chance to meet him. So, got some more choppers rolling in. Looks like Rich Ruck from It'll Ride Choppers is here. We'll have to get over there and have a little conversation with him. Once again, everybody, we're down here at Willie's Tropical Tattoo on US 1, Ormond Beach area. This is the biggest chopper show all week. There's people that spend their entire year waiting to come down to this chopper show to show their bike because this is the one that means the most. All right. Let's see if we can get Rich over here. A little bit of chaos when you're setting up here. When you're trying to pack a couple hundred bikes into a single parking lot that would normally hold 20 cars comfortably, you're going to have a little bit of chaos. And a little bit of chaos is good, I like to think. Managed chaos. Trying to catch smoke in the bottle. Let's go ahead and pan around on some of the bikes. Waiting for. Oh, here's Rick. Here's Rick Bray now. Hey, hey. Dude, you didn't think I was going to let you get out of here without me talking to you about this amazing thing. I know you did. You tried, but you failed. And where you didn't fail was building an amazing machine, dude. This thing is awesome. Tell me a little bit. I know you build your own frames. I know you build your own wheels. I know you build. Is there anything that you purchase? Do you rely on anybody else for it? Do you make your own tires, your own grid?
No, there's a lot of guys that help me out. My painter I've been with him from day one, Cool Hand Luke. All my personal stuff he has painted. He's going to continue to paint. I don't even attempt to go around that. My polisher, Morris at Imperial Polish, he's done all the polished chrome on my bike from day one. Once I find a guy that I work with, there's no switching. I mean, if there's a relationship broken, it's because they messed it up.
Right.
There's a lot of people, you know, the local bike shop in my town helped me on my forks and stuff. I was running out of time. Like, the guys are just, everyone's great in this whole industry. You know, I got the best friends there ever was.
I feel like you kind of sit out on the left coast there and kind of do your thing, and then every time you roll something out, it knocks everyone's shit in the street, and then we all have to go back home and lick our wounds because you don't just use factory parts, but you don't let anything get unmodified. Everything's got your little flair onto it too. When you start building a bike, do you start at the back, the front? Do you draw it out? How do you do it?
I draw nothing. It's all on my messed up head. I just screw loose and it just clicks. I'll lay out a frame, and usually I just have a mock-up shovel head motor, and whatever ends up in it ends up in it. I build a frame that looks good. I don't set a rake or a stretch or anything. I just sit there and look at it, and then I'll build the forks to that. After that, it just kind of snowballs. It just falls into place.
You're not normally known for using as modern of a power plant as what an Evo is, right?
Nope.
But even that, you didn't just buy an Evo and throw it in there. Tell us about the engine.
The engine, actually, I bought, this bike started out, it's a build for my uncle. He helped me out a couple years ago on an artistry and iron bike. I was a little short on cash, and he came through and really stepped up. So this is my thank you to him. I bought a basket case Softail and started there, but he just wanted a bike to throw together and ride, and I just couldn't do it. I hacked every single piece of it apart. The motor's been apart. My buddy Jeff Montgomery, he helped me put the motor and tranny together. Dude, like I said, there's guys that everyone's come through on my end, and I can't thank these guys enough.
Do you, when you're approaching things, obviously you're an artist first, and this just happens to be the canvas that you do most of your work on. But when you're looking at something and you're mechanically, are you building your own engines in house? What outside of what doesn't have your fingers on it other than the paint and the polish?
I don't do the leather on the seat, paint and polish. The motor stuff, this is the first motor I helped assemble. I didn't build the whole thing. I'm not a mechanic. I am a fabricator. I could tune a little bit, and I know how it works. I just don't trust myself. So I do have outsourced my engine stuff. I'm just not comfortable doing it alone. Been working with Jeff a lot, and he's really helped me out and getting me up to speed so I could do the motor stuff.
This bike won at the Cycle Source show, did it not?
Yeah, that's what I'm told. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm the one that accepted your award for you. I'm like, I'll take it. I don't win. I don't get to win things much often, so I'll take Rick's award for him and make sure he gets it. Man, this thing's a really bitchin' bike. I'm glad that you made it all the way over here from California to share your work with us in person. I've been following you for years, man. You're a fantastic artist, and it's good to know you, man. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Have a fun today.
Same to you, buddy.
All right. All right, we're going to make our way down, and we're going to try to get a hold of Rich Ruck from It'll Ride Choppers down here. He's about 10 bikes in. I think he's just registering his bike right now, so we're going to make our way down that way. Some of these bikes in here are just bananas. It's amazing when you come here. The one thing you're going to find at Willys is a little bit of everything. You're going to find original, unrestored motorcycles. You're going to find highly modified motorcycles. You're going to find choppers, bobbers, whatever term you use to describe a modified motorcycle. But they're all killer and they're all hardcore. Let's make our way down here. Mill through the crowd. All right. I see Rich right now. Here we go. So these bikes right here, this orange bike, the red bike, and this chrome frame shovel head, those are all built by Rich Ruck from It'll Ride Choppers. We're going to try to make our way over there to get a little bit of word with Rich. Rich, you got a second?
What's up, buddy?
Come on over here. I want to talk to you about your machines here.
Right.
So you play this aw shucks roll pretty good, and I give you shit for it all the time, but these are three amazing bikes that you just rolled in on. I don't know how you rolled on all three. You must have some people that you trust in your camp.
Wide nuts.
Wide nuts.
Yeah, we just rolled in, buddy Todd and Travis. 80 shovel, 75 shovel, 72 shovel. Tailed them all. That one's got some, kind of old school HCI axle plates on it. Went for a little older school bob on it. This is kind of more modern Speed King type build. Big fan of Jeff Cochran's work. And this one was one of the first ones I stretched, actually the first one that I stretched out and up. So It's 7.2 shovel. The bottom cradle's original. I went 4 up on the frame and 2 out. Built the hardtail. I used soft tail axle plates on it. So good little run bikes.
That's building a motorcycle with a chrome frame is really kind of something that it takes a lot of stones to do, because you can see every little flaw. It's like a mirror, right?
Yeah, I spent hours and hours and hours getting that to the point where I was comfortable sending it to the chromer. I mean, I had it polished out to basically like 800 grit, 1,000 grit all over the place. Sent it to the chromer, and it went to Dallas Plating in Georgia for the frame. He did a nice job on it. It came out good. His first frame I chromed too, so I was pretty paranoid about making sure that it was smooth enough to chrome.
And you're doing a lot of your own polishing in-house, are you not?
Yeah. The heads on these I sent out to Elite, because he's the man with that. I'm still getting that feel of how to do that, but cases, transmissions, everything else, I'm doing all the aluminum polishing.
All the flat stuff that's easy to get to. The cylinder heads are a little tough.
Yeah, the cases get a little tricky, but it's a learning process. On that 80, that was the first one that I polished, and I kind of was teaching myself how to do it on that, so you can almost see the progression. This one was the next one. It came out pretty blingy, and then I ended up redoing the motor on this after I had done it, so that's kind of a more recent polish.
Yeah, one thing that I've talked to you about before about your motorcycles is you can definitely see where your influences are, but you can definitely see where all 3 of these bikes have that It'll Ride choppers, that Rich Ruck DNA in them, and I appreciate that you put so much time and effort into doing something. There's nothing half-assed on your bikes, and it definitely shows through from the fit, the finish, the fasteners, every little piece and part. When you look at them and you see, are you your own biggest critic, or at what point do you know something's ready to roll out the door?
Absolutely. I pick it myself forever. I mean, I'm classic at getting these things to like 80% done to where they're ready to tear down and go to chrome, go to paint, and then I end up looking at them for another 2 months before I'm comfortable doing it, because it's like, man, did I miss a tab, or do I need to change something, or am I going to not like this? And every bike I do, I try to change it up a little bit, so I'm not becoming kind of the same old. So I think you could see difference in all 3 of these, from the stretch to the kind of old school vibe with the Springer on this one, to I call that more like a modern chopper, like I said, like a Speed King type chopper, which, if I built every bike the way I wanted it, they'd probably all look pretty similar to that.
Yeah, he does have his own style. I always tell people that Jeff Cochran, he taught everybody that thought they could build their own bike whether or not they really could build their own bike, right?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. But, I also, Jeff, a lot of these guys in the industry, Ryan from Paper Street, like along the way, as I've learned, one of my favorite parts about this is that they're always willing to give you some advice. I mean, you'll meet very few pricks in this, and you got master craftsmen. These guys they've forgotten more about doing this stuff than I have. And, yet they'll answer my dumb emails or questions, or, reach out or have a conversation with me. So, it's cool.
I like to say there's no such thing as a stupid question, but there's a lot of inquisitive idiots. But listen, man, like, all of your bikes are fantastic, and I think that you're a true home garage builder, and this stuff's are quality. There's no puddles of oil under these things. I know you ride these things. I see you riding these things, and I appreciate you bringing them out, man. Good luck to you today. Get yourself a beer. Have a good time, man.
Good seeing you.
All right, man. We're gonna make our way back down the aisle here. These bikes are amazing. Rich is one of the invited builders at our Central Florida Wheels of Steel show back in December, and he did a kick-ass job, and he had all 3 of these bikes here at that show. So let's make our way down, take a look at some few more bikes here. This is a killer Rigid that I don't know. Williams Originals. It's got a really clever set of rear fender struts on it. It's definitely got his own style and way of doing things. It looks really, really nice. Evo powered too, which is always a plus for me.
Hey, Steve.
I'm going to jump in here because this bike, I haven't got a chance to walk all the way around this thing. This thing is such a hot rod looking machine. The Moon equipped chopper oil tank, solid rear rotor. It's got the PM caliper front, Willwood caliper, or excuse me, PM caliper rear, Willwood caliper on the front. Vance and Hines exhaust. He's got like kind of a modern take on a custom chopper that I think is fucking bitchin'. It's really cool. Split tanks. Kind of a Euro finish on it. Some Cerakote. Firestone tire. It's clever as eggs. Make our way down here, take a look at a couple other motorcycles. Hey man, we want to give a shout out to a couple of people that are watching online. Bob Crank, Wayne Bonney, Dave Yazzie. I was kind of hoping there would be like some Joe Smiths or Blake Hunters, because I can say those names a lot easier. So we got Tony. He's an Indian chieftain rider from the UK. Drew Galenga. Where's Drew Galenga from? Well, Drew, thanks for watching. Claudia from Germany. Thanks for watching. And Tony from Boston. Where's your car keys at, Tony? This place is really starting to fill up a lot more. There's maybe room for another 20 or 30 bikes, and this place is going to be full. I can't even imagine the scale of judging this size of show, to have this many bikes ride in all at one time, all in one, basically one class, right? Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and sign off now for an hour. We're going to be coming back. This is Jason from Cycle Source Magazine, the Garageville podcast. You can check out my podcast on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, anywhere you get a quality podcast. We're going to go back, get you guys some more information, and then we're going to loop around the back in about an hour. So signing off from Mr. Steve Broyles, Jason Hallman,